everybody, this is April Garwood from Banana Moon Studio, and today I would like to show you how to knit cables. So usually, not always, but usually, the cable itself is knit in stockinette stitch, and the fabric around it is usually knit in some other stitch so that the cable kind of stands out. My fabric here is reverse stockinette, so you can see on this side that the sides look like stockinette from this side, but on this side we have reverse stockinette stitch, and then the cable is knit in stockinette stitch. So I'm going to start by knitting across this side piece to get to the cable. Now I have knit all the stitches to the side of my cable, and I'm ready to actually do the twist of the cable. So the way that a cable works is that you're actually going to twist the stitches around each other. You have to work them in a different order, and so we do that usually with a cable needle. You don't have to use a cable needle to knit cables, but since I assume you're probably a cable beginner, I'm going to show you with a cable needle. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to take these two stitches off my regular needle and put them on the cable needle. In this cable, I'm going to hold them to the front, but sometimes a pattern will tell you to hold those stitches to the back, and so that looks like this. They are going to be behind my regular needles and behind my working yarn, but for this particular cable, I am holding these stitches to the front, so it's going to look like so. And now I am going to knit the next two stitches on my regular needles. Now I will knit the two stitches on the cable needle. Sometimes it can be a little bit tight when you're doing this twisting process here. Okay, take the cable needle out and set it aside, and what you can see here now is that I have started another twist. So at this point now I'm just going to finish by purling across this row, and that is really all there is to it, is just making that twist in your stitches. I'm going to knit a couple more rows and then show you what it looks like once I've gone just a little bit further, because you can see the cable better once you've knit a few more rows. Now, since my cable is kind of in the opposite stitch pattern from the rest of this fabric, I was knitting across here. I'll be purling these cable stitches on a wrong side row. So just keep that in mind, that if your cable's in a different stitch pattern than the rest of your fabric, you'll be working them a little bit different on the wrong side rows as well. So now that I have knit one more row, you can see the cable a little bit better. So this is the cable I had already done before I started the video, and now you can see the twist up here that I just did. So that is how you work cables. You know, every cable is a little bit different. They can be different widths, or they can be different directions of twist. You know, you'll want to follow your pattern, but in general, this method that I showed you is what you need to know in order to work cables. I just want to say that this yarn that I'm using is called Revival Worsted. It's from Ancient Arts Yarn, and they provided this for me, so I want to thank them for that. And you can always find my latest tutorials, giveaways, free patterns, how-tos on my website, bananamoonstudio.com. Have a lovely day.